India Air Force is ranked to be world best 6 in case it is ranked with other countries in the world. Within this video, we are going to dive deep into India Air Force. We are going to see its jet fighters, the soldiers which it is having, its successful missions. Don't allow anyone to disturb you as you are watching this video. Stay calm and silent while we are diving deep closely into India's Air Force. India Air Force has got a fleet of jet fighters. The number of these jet fighters is too much. They are of different types, which are Sukhoi Su-30 MKI, Dassault Rafale, Halt Jas, Mikoyan MiG-29, Dassault Mirage 2000, and Sepekat. Now here we dive into explanation of each of these jet fighters with also their numbers. Number 1, Sukhoi Su-30 MKI. This is a heavyweight twin-engine fighter. India has got 260 of these ones which are active right now. We go to Dassault Rafale. India has got 36 of these dangerous aircrafts. These can attack using nuclear and can fight using long-range missiles. There is also Halt Jas. This is a delta-wing multi-role fighter. India has got 40 of these ones which are active right now. India has also the Dassault Mirage 2000. This one is a single-engine multi-role fighter. India has got 45 to 50 of these dangerous aircrafts. India has also the Sepekat Jaguar. India has about 115 of these aircrafts. India Air Force was able to operate several successful missions. Let us dive deep into these missions. Operation Meghdoot. This was carried out in 1984. India was able to secure over world's highest battlefield. We go to Operation Safed Saga. This was carried out in 1999. This was carried out on high altitudes. The IAF, which is India's Air Force in full, was able to destroy enemy bunkers. There was also the Indo-Pak War. This was fought in 1971. The Air Force was able to bomb the governor's house in Dhaka, which made the enemies to surrender. Operation Cactus. This was fought in 1988. India has very many successful missions, but we will not be able to pass all of them right now. There are many. There was Operation Harat in 2000 and 2013, Operation Maituri 2015, there was Operation Devshakati in 2021, Operation Gang 2022, Operation Pumalai, which was fought in 1987, Congo UN Mission, which was fought in 1961. There are many. The India Air Force has approximately 140,000 active soldiers right now. These soldiers are trained through numerous stages. Before we pass through into how this army is trained, let us try to pass through the names of some of India's jet fighting pilots. India has a group captain known as Abhinandan Varathaman. This pilot made a record of shooting down a Pakistan F-16 flying MiG-21 in 2019. India also has a pilot who lost his life in Dubai air show. The pilot's name was Namash Siyal. India also has a non-MiG-21 pilot known as Abhinav Jauhari. India has numerous number of jet fighter pilots, and also it has got a numerous number of war heroes. But we are going to dive into another different thing of how these India's jet fighter pilots are trained. These pilots pass through a very competitive, difficult training which filters out over 90% of people who apply to become jet fighter pilots. Before touching an aircraft, these future pilots must prove that they can lead. They pass through a 6 to 12 months learning of military discipline, physical fitness, and leadership. They begin another 6 months training. This tests them to see whether they are capable enough to fly these jet fighters. Candidates who pass that test, they begin another 9 to 12 months training to master energy management and high-speed maneuvers. These future pilots spend another 2 to 4 months learning basics of aerial warfare. Now the real game begins in the last training of 6 to 9 months, where pilots finally sit in the cockpit of assigned jet fighters. Most people ask themselves how the India jet fighters make their missions. Now let us dive into that right now. Their attack may seem to be a surprise, but it is not a surprise. They first plan it very well. Then they begin to enter the enemy territory. They first deploy airborne warning and control systems to map out enemy locations and guide fighter information. At the same time, specialized aircraft jam energy ground radars to blind air defense systems which are on the ground. Now the jet fighters begin the penetration. When attacking ground targets, Indian pilots fly at extremely low altitudes using the terrain like mountains or hills to stay hidden from the radar. Right before reaching the target, the fighter jet pulls up sharply into a pop-up maneuver, locks into the target, releases its payload, and dives back down the escape. Now, when it comes to attacking another aircraft, the story changes. Here is how these jet fighters attack. Pilots no longer rely solely on close-range dog flights. Jets like the Dassault Rafale and Sukhoi Su-30 MKI use long-range missiles to strike enemy aircraft from over 100 kilometers away well before they can see the enemy visually. Missiles like Scalp cruise missiles or BrahMos allow pilots to destroy critical targets from deep within safe territory without having to cross into hostile airspaces. These jet fighters use also laser-guided bombs. These strike direct into pinpoint targets. They also use air-to-air missiles like the MICA and Mentor. These are deployed with one mission: clear out only the opposing jet fighter. You may ask yourself, how did the IAF jet fighter pilot of India was able to die in Dubai Air Show? Here are facts about that incident. Namaj Siyal, who was the pilot, tragically lost his life in his Halt-Jas light combat aircraft, which crashed during low-altitude aerial display during the Dubai Air Show, which happened on November 21st, 2025. Close analysis of inspector video footage and eye analysis accounts confirmed that this wing commander, Sial, did not eject from the cockpit before the aircraft hit the ground. The pilot went down with the aircraft and sustained the fatal injuries upon impact. Aviation experts noted that he appeared to be attempting to pull the jet out of the dive until the final moments, but simply lacked the altitude required to safely recover. Let us end with the reasons why the Indian Air Force is so successful in the world. This Air Force is highly successful due to its balance of high-tech assets, decades of diverse combat experience, rigorous pilot training, and a deep, logistically resilient network. As of 2026, India operates approximately 542 dedicated combat and fighter aircrafts across all its military branches, maintaining the largest share within its overall fleet of 1,716 military aviation assets. Just like and comment on the video where you need to be changed. You may try also to comment down which type of video you may like for us to pass through, and we will pass through. Don't forget to subscribe onto the channel. It is International Wonders. We analyze amazing things in the world, more so in aviation, military, those wonderful news, wonderful moments of aviation and military. Don't forget to subscribe on the channel.